everyone, Cheryl here today with Kadoodlebug Designs, and today we're going to be working with the sweet little Easter bunny bear. Isn't she just cute? She's super cute. So anyways, I did use some glitter and some shimmer paints on her egg, and so let's go ahead and get started. So I did separate all my pieces. This just makes it easier for me to have like all the egg pieces. Here's the head, the ears, the body pieces, the muzzle and the little ear, and then the eyes. And so let me go ahead and put this back down. And so the first thing I'll start with is I'm going to start with some of the light pieces. And for the white, I did go ahead and use the Brilliant Starlite Silver. I tend to love that for just highlighting the edges on the white pieces. And so I didn't even have to dip this in the pad. It's left over from whatever I had used it on before. So it just gives a nice little edge to the white piece. I figured today I would try to get some of my videos done. They're taking forever to upload. So I'm like, I think I'm just going to do the videos and worry about the rest later. So I did, even on the white part, kind of for the egg, even though I'm going to be painting, I did go over that. Okay, and I'd leave the eyes. So that one's done. And then the next, I'm using Spun Sugar. And this is going to be for the egg. So the egg part. And I'm just kind of going down and out. So kind of down. Okay, and so we have that one done. And then we want to do the little ears. And the same thing. And if you want the color to come in more, you can just kind of bring that up on the edge a little bit. And then the same with this one. Okay. And so we have, I believe, all the pinks done. So on the yellow, I did show in my last video that I took the, I think I threw out this Barely Banana ink pad. I want to say it was ruined. It got really funky, and so I threw it out, but and I was like searching for it, and I'm like, where is it? Because it should be with all my others, and it wasn't. So what I do is, if you have a tile or you have maybe one of those heat safe mats, you can just drop a couple drops and then take your dauber and just get it all wiped up, and you'll have the color right there. So if you don't have the ink pad, just use your inks. If you've got like ink refills or your alcohol inks or whatever you may have, you can always do it that way to work with them. Yeah, it was so weird because I'm thinking, gosh, where did I put that? And then it dawned on me, I remembered one of the pads just looked really bad. So that was Barely Banana. So it's just a lighter yellow. And then I'm going to use certainly celery for the green little circles. And so the way I did these, so I'm trying to do all the light pieces first in this video because I will have the ink everywhere. And so I'm just going to kind of come around the edges on this. And I really could have just come in with an ink pen as well. I have, if you've seen some of my other videos, I do use an ink pen once in a while. But on this one, I'm trying to use some different ink pads. So I'm not always just keep grabbing the same. Because I do grab, you'll notice in a lot of my videos, I tend to go with the same colors. I don't know, they just end up, some of them end up being my favorites, and so I just go with them. Okay, So we have, I think, all those done. There should be 5 of those. Oh, there's the other one. He was hiding. Okay, so we'll just kind of move those. So we have all those done. And so our last pieces to do are going to be the head and the body. So I am using the vintage photo on this for the head and stuff. So on this one here, I'm going to ink that up. So I'm just going to get the face. The face, you are going to see the entire head. So we definitely want to get it inked however we are wanting to, you know, wanting to see. So if we want the edges real dark, we want to get that, and because you're going to see all of it, except for the bottom, you won't. Now the body, you're only going to see the top part. So you're really only going to see up here. And so there's that. And the arms as well, you're only going to see on these arms, just up at that top, right there on the edge. And so there's no need to, I would not waste my time doing the entire piece if we don't have to. And the ears, we're going to see most of the ear, except for probably the bottom part. And so I'm just going to do, whoops, like so. And okay, and then the paw, of course, you're going to see all of his little hands. So I'm just kind of trying to come around the edge and get some of the color on there. And so I think almost all of our pieces are done. And then he has a muzzle. The muzzle I cut out of craft cardstock. And the bunny, I keep all my scraps and pieces for the Cricut cutting in files, in a file drawer that I have, you know, by my computer and by the Cricut machine. So I just kind of grab pieces out of there. And if I'm making a card or a project and I have pieces that I feel that aren't going to go for a card, I'll put them in there too. They can be anywhere from 2 inches to 4 inches, and I'll just rearrange the matte pieces so they'll fit. And I've used up a ton of scraps this way, just doing that. So some of these pieces, it's hard for me to know who they're by. So, okay, so now we're ready for our layering. And this one's a pretty simple one. I mean, it looks like it may not be, but the first thing we're going to start with are the little bear's ears, okay? And so that's the first piece we want to put on here. There is several pieces, so, but really there's not. I mean, there is, but there isn't. So, okay, so we're going to get the little inner ears on there. And we could probably chalk those up now. Sometimes I'll wait, but I like to have a little pink in there. So I'm just using one of the brushes. I buy these off of Amazon. Okay, and so now the ears are done. And so now we want to do the bunny ears. So the bunny ears are next. Oops, that one just does not want to pick up. Sometimes the bigger pieces are a little harder and my thing's getting way down. I need to clean it up. Okay. So I just want to make sure those are on. And then we're going to put this little inner pink ear. And then we can just move it with this, with the end of our tool. If you're new, I do use the Viker pins. I get a set of 2 of them and 4 little wax nibs and then some tweezers. on Amazon. If you click on my description below, I do have a link that will take you to what I buy. And they're very cheap. They're under $10 for the whole little case. So now we want to put this little band on. So this little band is going to kind of go up high. I'll have to lift this so I can see. Okay, yeah, so his head or her head, whoever, is going to go on. And you can always, if you're not sure, you can always take the piece that's going to cover that next piece and see if you like the way it's going to look. And I'm fine with that. So I'm going to leave that. So now the next thing I want to do is I don't want the head on. We want the arms next and this body. And so that's going to be our next thing to do. Oops. And of course I got glue everywhere. Let's just dab that really quick. So I do need to move that so I can see if I've got it where I'm thinking. Yep. Okay, and then we'll get this one on. And yeah, I have to move it so I can see where I'm at. Okay, so now is the body. Okay. And then the egg is next. So we just want to get this egg on here. Okay. And so now on the egg, we want to do the top piece here. And then that bottom, these are the yellows. When I do these, I change the colors in Design Space so I can see what I'm wanting. And so I actually will change the color so I can see, and you can kind of get an idea of maybe if you're going to like it or not by doing that. Plus it's easier for me to pull the paper. I just pull the paper in order of what it's going to cut. Okay, so we've got the yellow on, and now we want to do our little center piece here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back side of that and get that on. Okay, so that should be on. And then we have one here, one there, one. And so these are going to be all our little, oops. I could see that I did the opposite side. You can kind of move them how you want. I knew those were kind of flipped. Okay. And so there's that. So we have the egg all done, and now we can go ahead and add the hands on. And I want a little bit up here just to get. Okay, and then you can kind of just see if that's where you want them. Okay, and so now it's the head. This one goes pretty fast for me, not being really prepped. You know, I didn't do any of the pieces. Okay, so the head's on. Now on the muzzle, I always do just like, I don't know, 2/3 down and leave some room for the eyes to be put on. So we can slide those eyes right under. Okay, So now I'm going to just do the little placement for these eyes. I think I want them right about there. And you can always use this tool to pick up some of that glue. Okay. And then we're going to add the little black part of the eye. And I'll definitely have to move that one. So I want to get them moved. Whoops. The less I touch these pieces with my hands, the better off I am, because I get glue everywhere, and so I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and then I am gonna go ahead and add his little nose. Now you could cut this nose. I cut it in black because I don't know why. I just wanted it in black. You can cut them in a dark brown. I think that would be really cute, the brown with this. Okay, so we have all our pieces on. So the next thing, before I do any of my shimmers or anything like that, the next thing I want to do is start with the eyes. And I'm hoping those are dry enough. So I'm just going to do my liner, and I'm kind of far away from this, so I may mess up like I just did, which I'm not going to worry about. That's fine. So I did do some liner, and then now I'm just going to come in and do some really short lashes. And the same thing with this side. Whoops. I have to start right here. And those tend to be, I don't know why, these ones are definitely longer. So now I'm going to have to come on that side and get some longer ones. I should have brought my other glasses too. Okay. These glasses that I'm wearing today are not the right ones, but okay. Well, she'll definitely have some more liner than the other one, and that's okay. Their eyes don't all have to be the same. I'm going to use some brown on the 1/8 of an inch brush, just some brown chalk. This is the old Stampin' Up, and it just kind of softens that area right there. I think that looks okay. Not the best, but that's all right. You know, when you're using them for like the kids and stuff, they don't, I think they look at them once and then they're done. So, all right. So we'll just kind of give it a little bit. And then you could always come in with a little black if you feel like you need, down at the bottom. Okay, and I think that's fine. Now, she does come with some little teeny eyebrows, and I did not put them on. I'm leaving them off. I tried to put them on, and I didn't care for them with the lashes. I guess if you don't do the lashes, I don't know, it's kind of a preference. So if you like them, you can put them on. For some reason on her, I just did not like them. So now I'm just going to add the little whites and up here and down there. And then on her little muzzle, I like to add the little micron black dots, and we can add some pink. Her cheeks. Now you could always do this before putting on the muzzle if you want. So I kind of grabbed some dark and some light. And just kind of get it how you like. And I think, okay, so I think we're pretty much ready to just get some of our dots on. We can add some white up here. I did the ears, and then I like to do on there and on there. And then the rest I'm gonna leave. I think I've done everything, hopefully. Okay, so for the little green, I just put a very little bit of glue. I wanna start using some of my glitters because I have so many of them, and it's like, if I'm not using them, I just feel like it's kind of a waste and a waste of space. So this is how I'm gonna just get myself to use them more. I kind of put them close by me so I can get to them easier. And then just blow off the excess. So there's just a little bit, and I'm not gonna worry about putting that back in the thing because it's very little. So we have a little bit of glitter there. And then for the little white band, I'm just gonna use some inspiration. This is ivory shimmer paint. My white, I think my white dried up, so I had to throw out like 40 of these guys. They just dried up. Now you can add water to them, and I do that. Let's see if I can get some water on here, and then whoops, a little bit in there. This brush already dried up a little bit, and I just used it. Okay, so we just need very little, because I'm not, and I just made a mess of this brush, but that's all right. I just want a little bit on here. I just thought it was, yeah, some of the stuff just dries up and you end up throwing, I threw out a ton of them. I had every color they had, and yeah, I think right now I have maybe like 20 left, if that. I may not even have 20, but, and I think we're done. And that's it. And so I do hope you enjoyed my video today. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, please follow. And thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.